Everybody, welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for the Pelicans, about the only thing you can say for them is that they're not in dead last, but they are second to last in the West. It has been a season of missteps. And an interesting road for Quinn Snyder. Once the golden child, then the outcast, bounced around, coaching the game he loves. But Shaq, he has made a stand in Utah.
You know, one of the great defensive minds in the game, young coach. He's worked with the likes of Coach K, Larry Brown, Greg Popovich, Mike Budenholzer. The list goes on.
Well, he's seen it all. He's paid his dues and bringing the effort and grind back to Utah, which the city he loves so much.
And you know what we haven't even mentioned?
What's that?
The greatest hair in the league.
Ooh.
Has this guy not got the best head of hair in coaching?
This
is. I wish that I had the head of hair that Quinn Snyder has.
But it's just on the bottom of your chin.
Oh, I do. I do have kind of, well, no, yeah.
It's not on the top. It's on the bottom.
Admit it, Shaq. Look at the hair on Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, it's nice.
Ooh, man. Got to have some product in
He's
there,
got that. He's got that Steve Alford.
Oh,
remember, he's got some hair on him.
Yeah.
I think I may be going a little overboard.
We got.
He's got
Pat
good
Riley.
hair. Okay,
Ernie,
sorry about
Ernie,
that, Quinn.
Pat Riley.
I hear you.
Hey, Ernie, that's hilarious.
And you know what they say about this thing right here?
What's that?
That's facial hair. It grows on you.
Okay, it's not that funny. It's not that funny.
That'll do it for us.
All
Thanks
right.
for tuning in.
The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. You look at Utah. They have been riding the bottom end of the middle of the Western Conference, 11th place right now.
And this is a chance for them to go 2-0 against this team. They won that first meeting, and with a 3-game season series, they can clinch a winning record against them here tonight.
And how nice would it be to stick that in your back pocket after just 2 games, guys? I mean, I know they think that's what's going to happen because they played with that kind of confidence in the first meeting. They feel very good about this one.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, DA. Thanks. This late in the season, Clark, the bumps and bruises really adding up. Guys are staggering a bit. Is any player really 100% health-wise now?
Well, you know what, Kevin? 100% healthy is relative. You know,
Yeah.
I think you move that down to maybe 90% would be
Right.
the high water mark for most players. You might have a few that would say they're 95% healthy, but if you've been playing and working and traveling and all the stuff the NBA guys do, then you could be 100% healthy, but you may not be 100% fresh. So those are ways to differentiate it for me. But everybody's got something at this stage in the season.
It's a good look at it. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got West. Mullen is out there with Chambers. Then it's Jerry Stackhouse. And it's Reed in at the 5, home in the paint. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, we've talked about this often. Hondo does a lot of things that help you win. They're from deep range. That'll help spread the floor, too. Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Utah's on defense. It's a 3-point game. West outside. Connects from 3-point range. West has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Havlicek with it. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. It's stolen by Mullen, and he jams it with authority.
Watching Mullen go to the hoop, I love it. An aggressive scorer, knows how to knife his way into the heart of the defense.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
West kicks to Mullen. Passes it to Stackhouse. The pass to Reed. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Deflects the pass, and Utah turns it over again.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And so just over a minute and a half played. West passes to Chambers. Pass to Stackhouse.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Derek Harper's checked in for Utah. Stolen away. DeBusschere against Chambers. DeBusschere kicks to Havlicek. Over Mullen from 12 feet out. And it's Havlicek missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Stackhouse, good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Harper the pass to Sampson. From 20 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark. Havlicek's got 5.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you look at all the things this man brings to the game. The focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Harper kicks to Sampson. Nice ball movement by Utah. The shot's good from DeBusschere.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. It's stolen by Mullen.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
And Utah making a change here. Divac checked in. Harper against West. Outside Mullen. Lock at 6. Chambers kicks to Reed. Mullen with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mullen's got 5 now.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Launches it. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Here's Chambers. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Pelicans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, you talk about leadership. It comes in a lot of different forms and ways, and guys that provide that solid foundation for a team. Reed is one of those guys.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Jazz trail by 4. McGrady outside. Sampson kicks to Havlicek. And the Jazz another 3. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Now McGrady. Jerry West missing from long range. McGrady kicks to Sampson. Pass to Havlicek. The tray. And Utah another 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Chambers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Harper against West. Harper's shot's good. Harper's got his first basket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Reed dishes to Stackhouse. Second chance shot. Reed misses.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
And that one's good from Havlicek.
Yeah, tremendous effort from Havlicek here tonight, scoring the ball.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Johnson.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
Now here's West. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Here's McGrady, and Utah again with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
West against Harper. West kicks to Reed. Mullen against Havlicek. Just 5 to shoot. And here's West for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And this is where the nickname comes from, Mr. Outside. West can kill you from distance.
Havlicek outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. West against Harper. Back to McGrady. Over Stackhouse. A shot by McGrady, no good. Pelicans trail by 3. To the middle. Here's West. Makes it off the glass. West has got 10.
And you know, a tough, crafty scorer inside. West showing you he's not just an elite jump shooter.
Back to Harper. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Jazz lead by 3. New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Passes it to Chambers. Back to West. The pass to Chambers. Here's Stackhouse. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Utah leading by 3. Down low, Divac slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
And though we often talk about Harper's scoring, he's just as adept at setting up his teammates.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Clark, when you're evaluating young players and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity?
Timeout.
I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Who are the league's best setup artists? Let's check it out. McGrady against West. Jerry West pulls it in.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Wow, the obsessive quest for perfection. West truly believes every shot he takes is going in. And I tell you what, on a night like this, he may be right.
They get a hand on it. West against McGrady. Clock at 4. West with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The feed to Monroe. Good work there as it goes. And now just a 2-point Utah lead.
Well, you know, Kevin, because the defense pays so much attention to West, his teammates can find a lot of open spaces.
Outside Harper. Ibaka outside. Divac's in the post. Adams defending. The kick out to Harper. Shoots over Monroe. Divac. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Here's Van Horn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe.
And, you know, a chance here to see where the Pelicans sit in the NBA statistically.
Yeah, and getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top.
There's 1:54 left in the first. Pass to Divac. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, a guy who razzles and dazzles fans with his unique flair and flavor, but also plays the right way. Monroe is a handful to deal with.
Carr, he's checked in for Utah. So he gets them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Jazz leading by 4. Harper the pass to Divac. Carr in the post. West is there. Shots good by Carr.
And Divac, a cunning passer, phenomenal at realizing when one of his guys has a clean look.
Monroe outside. Kicks it to Robinson. Over Ibaka. And that one hits back iron. Utah's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Here's Mashburn. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
A nice shot by Van Horn.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. And you got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
Pass to Harper. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside, here's Adams. Count that bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Jazz lead.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Harper kicks to Ibaka. Over Robinson. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man. Just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
Now West on the court right now. Second quarter for the Pelicans. Monroe is out there with West. Then it's Robinson, and it's Van Horn in at the 3.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
West against Carr. Another one falls for New Orleans. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
6 on the shot clock. West with the steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Natt was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
There's some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Passes to DeBusschere. The Jazz working the ball around now.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Here's Van Horn. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Adams' shot is good. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here is DeBusschere. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Buries it from three-point range.
And the ultimate combo guard, Johnson can pass with the league's best playmakers.
West finds Monroe. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Johnson dishes to DeBusschere. And the pass to Carr. Out to the wing. Here's Mashburn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mashburn's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Monroe. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Mashburn. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And the Jazz making a change here. Sampson's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Reed comes in for Robinson. And Jerry Stackhouse is subbed in for West. Johnson against Monroe. He kicks it to Reed. Excellent D there from DeBusschere.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And guys, it's really amazing the effect DeBusschere has on this team, especially on the defensive end. He's smart, he's cagey, and incredibly tough.
The Jazz have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
2 shots.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Free throw good to DeBusschere. Havlicek, he's checked in for Utah. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Stackhouse, good.
Yeah, with Stackhouse's ability to attack the rim, that three-point shot is going to usually be there for him. You defend him too close on the perimeter, and you're risking a blow-by.
Here's Sampson. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Chambers the pass to Stackhouse. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Down low, deflects the pass. Pass to Monroe. To the paint. Johnson kicks to Havlicek. Pass to DeBusschere. Six to shoot. Here's Havlicek. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Havlicek's got 15.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Passes it to Chambers. Out to the right wing. Reed against DeBusschere. Releases. Mullen's shot is off. Jazz trailed by 4. Johnson kicks to DeBusschere. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active, and usually that leads to good things.
Utah shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
Austin Carr, an effective shooter inside that three-point line. His mid-range game, platinum level, a crafty guard who knows where to get his shots from.
DeBusschere against Chambers. Utah with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
And you know, Greg, to me that's baffling. I'm not sure why they didn't do some dine-in eating. Go inside and eat instead of all that work in the drive-through behind the arc.
So it's Utah now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Johnson surveying the floor. He feeds it to Sampson. Over to the left wing. DeBusschere passes to Carr. Sampson. And good that time. Sampson's got his second bucket.
And Sampson, 7'4", versatile, mobile. Good luck trying to stop him inside. He's too tall, too long.
And the pass to Chambers. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at Utah. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. And checking out New Orleans, 3 spots below.
And I think for New Orleans, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
Basket good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Johnson against Monroe. Pass to Chambers. Kicks it to Stackhouse. Now, here is Reed. Last game he had 10 points. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
To the inside.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here is Monroe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. A pass to DeBusschere. Here's Johnson. Over Monroe. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by DeBusschere. And it's a 5-point Utah lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Carr, no good.
Has to be disappointing seeing him miss that one, Kevin. I mean, the defense wasn't bad, but still, I think he needs to convert from there.
And there it is for him. Monroe's got 12 in the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Jazz with some changes. Adi Divac's checked in for DeBusschere. McGrady comes in for Carr. And it's Harper in for Dennis Johnson. Jazz leading by 3. Harper kicks to McGrady. Over Stackhouse. The kick out to Havlicek. 6 to shoot. Now here is McGrady. D right on him. Over Stackhouse. And that one's good. McGrady. McGrady's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Hey, even when well defended, McGrady has no issue with pulling up. Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Havlicek against Mullen. Now here is Havlicek. D right on him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Sampson's shot is off.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
Here's Harper, following the score by New Orleans. Passes it to McGrady. Here's Sampson, covered by Stackhouse. Harper kicks to Havlicek. Now here is McGrady, covered by Stackhouse. A shot by McGrady, no good. Mullen with the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Sampson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
The Jazz with another miss. Pelicans trailed by 3. Here's Stackhouse. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Stackhouse has got 11.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
McGrady dishes to Harper. Inside. Reed with the steal. Here's Chambers. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. The pass to Harper. Dishes it to Sampson. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Clock is at 3. Here's McGrady. Robinson pulls it in.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
West against Harper. West kicks to Adams. Shoots over Divac. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel. Woo!
got to have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New Orleans on top, leading by just one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high-water mark of 5 in the period. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from John Havlicek.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The 3-ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what, as far as I'm concerned, keep feeding him. Got to ride the hot hand.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, DeBusschere is out there with Havlicek. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Sampson in at the 5. And here is McGrady after Jerry West just got that 3 to go. Lets it go from deep. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from McGrady.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
West kicks to Stackhouse. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Out to the wing. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jerry West. West has got 3 assists in the game. Utah has gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Back to DeBusschere, and Dave DeBusschere with the slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's West, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
McGrady passes to DeBusschere. Havlicek outside. DeBusschere kicks to McGrady. Pass to Havlicek. Knocked away. West against Johnson. West passes to Chambers. Stolen by DeBusschere. Here's Havlicek. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Now here's West. He's got 19. Chambers kicks it to West. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Utah calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And a moment now to see some numbers for West. Right around 21 points per, 9 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And another turnover here by New Orleans. Jazz trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Sampson. Pass to McGrady. Mullen against Havlicek. Pulls up, high post, and he slams it one-handed.
And remember, Havlicek was a highly recruited quarterback, so you see his passing ability on that one.
And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Mullen against Havlicek. Passes it to Stackhouse.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Down low, Johnson. And it's all evened up. Johnson's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Chambers against DeBusschere. Here's Chambers. He's got 6. Got it despite fading back a bit. Chambers got 4 points in the quarter.
Impressed with the shot selection of Chambers, a volume shooter who really tries to seek out good quality looks.
McGrady kicks to Havlicek. Goes up at the stripe. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. McGrady's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Sampson, the pass to DeBusschere. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Chambers got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Stackhouse, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now a 5-point Pelican lead.
Always got to patrol the 3-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
To the paint. The kick out to Havlicek. Over Mullen. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the basket by Chambers.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Johnson with it. 6 points for him. He kicks it to DeBusschere. 5 on the clock. And off the glass. That one's good. DeBusschere's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Chambers. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Here's Havlicek. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac. Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 5 assists tonight. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Chambers. He's got 10. Left side, West. Pulls it from 20. Connects. The jumper drops. West has got 9 points here in the second half.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Jazz have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. DeBusschere kicks to Johnson. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mullen against Havlicek. Over Mullen. And it's Havlicek missing. Pelicans leading by 4. To the inside. Stolen by Havlicek. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. Over Stackhouse. And Utah again with the bucket. And so it's New Orleans with it. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Knocked loose. To the middle. Here's Havlicek. And he hits it to tie the game up. Havlicek's got 24.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm. High percentage quality shots and really getting whatever he wants.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Without question, John Havlicek displaying his skills.
And, you know, Kevin, he's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And right now, there's nothing the defense can do. You can see them stretching further and further out to guard him beyond the arc, but he just keeps knocking down big three after big three. As a fan, you love it. And as a defender, you just hope it ends soon.
Here's Van Horn. There's the triple. He mounts the rebound, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin.
And the league leaders in fast break points. They're always fun to watch. Maybe not so fun to defend. A lot of the times, they leave their opponents in the dust.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Van Horn, the pass to Monroe. To the inside. And there's Jerry West on the assist by Monroe. Monroe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Utah has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. And Ibaka kicks to Harper. The pass to Mashburn. Five to shoot. They get the rebound. Here's Ibaka. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
McGrady against West. Ibaka outside. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. He's got 12. Yep, it counts.
And McGrady, as accomplished a mid-range shooter as we have in the game, keeps that high release point on the jump shot.
Monroe with it. Now McGrady defending. Drills it from outside. Van Horn's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from McGrady.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Monroe outside. Shot from the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And you know what you get with Monroe? The ultimate playground player. I mean, despite the sizzle, though, he's about as consistent as they get.
Harper against Monroe. McGrady passes to Divac. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac. Tracy McGrady. Divac has got 7 points. West against Harper. McGrady outside. Harper's shot's good.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Back to Divac. Harper kicks to McGrady. Five to shoot. Pass to Divac. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Jazz, number 1.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
Poked loose. Outside Robinson. Here's Van Horn. 9 points in the game so far. West kicks to Monroe. Fires from the wing. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
The shake and bake moves of Earl the Pearl. I mean, a phenomenal ball handler who just kills you with that change of pace.
Now here is McGrady. 16 points for him. Ibaka dishes to McGrady. And Utah another 3.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
McGrady against Monroe. To the left side wing. Here's West. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Boy, that's a nice looking stroke, isn't it, Kevin? From the mid-range area, shoulder squared, elbow in perfect alignment, follow through. Jerry West, picture perfect.
And so it's New Orleans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Jazz trail by 6 on the court for the Pelicans. Getting the 4th quarter going. We've got West. Robinson is out there with Adams. Then there's Monroe. And it's Van Horn in at the 3, the small forward. Harper the pass to Divac. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Divac has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Jazz. New Orleans leading by 4. Monroe looking around. Inside, it's stolen by Divac. To the inside, West with the steal. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Monroe finds Adams. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the shot goes in. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
And so in control of the game. West keeping the defense off balance with that pass.
A About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Mashburn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for New Orleans?
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and Mashburn, really one of the more versatile guys at that forward position. He can score, rebound, and pass all at a high level.
The Jazz making a switch here. Sampson's checked in. Reedy's checked in for the Pelicans. Stackhouse comes in for West. Both good from the line that time. Here's Monroe. Kicks it to Reed.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Chambers is checked in for New Orleans. Monroe against Harper. Shot clock at 6. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
McGrady outside. He had a nice open look right there. McGrady's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, you got to love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Here's Chambers. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Mashburn. Pass to Sampson. And that one drops.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Chambers against DeBusschere. Chambers kicks to Reed. Monroe in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Outside Harper. McGrady right side. And Utah again with the bucket.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
Monroe, no good. For Utah, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. DeBusschere passes to Sampson. Harper against Monroe. Now Harper to take the lead. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
Havlicek, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mullins checked in for the Pelicans. And that one falls for Harper.
Boy, you got to like the leadership Harper gives this team. I mean, you can count on him to run the offense and play solid defense, too.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Johnson, he's checked in for Tracy McGrady. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to the Pelicans coach talk to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Jazz leading by 3. From downtown, it's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for New Orleans. Passes to Chambers. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
Harper the pass to DeBusschere. And he gets it to go. And it's an 8-point Utah lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
It's Monroe, high post. Johnson on him. Reed misses.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Johnson kicks to Harper. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one. Pelicans trail by 11. Monroe dishes to Mullen. To halt the run. Johnson grabs the board. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. The 11-footer. That shot off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Stackhouse. He's guarded by Harper. It's good.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Johnson, the pass to Sampson. He kicks it to Harper. Here's Sampson. Reed covering. Havlicek dishes to Johnson. 4 on the clock. Feeds to Sampson. Over Reed. Sampson's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 9. The pass to Stackhouse. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Johnson against Monroe. They grab their own miss. Sampson, the pass to Harper. Havlicek outside. Pelicans with the rebound. Reed's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the inside. Mullen. It's good. And now just a 5-point Jazz lead.
And he has the chops for this. Raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient. And he is playing to his strengths.
Chambers against Harper. Over Reed. Another miss by Utah.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
And Monroe kicks to Reed. Here's Chambers. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Boy, at 6'10", dunking comes easy to Chambers, but he does it with a little flair once he's near the rim. He's ready to punch it home with flavor.
And the Jazz call time here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tracy McGrady.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Jazz leading by 3. Johnson at the elbow. With the teardrop. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got his 9th assist in the game now. Pass to Chambers. To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Johnson kicks to McGrady. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point Utah lead. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Utah?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Back to West. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by DeBusschere. Poked away. West with the steal. The feet to Mullen. Shoots over Havlicek. They get the rebound. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Reed. Both free throws good for Reed. Now here is Havlicek. That's tipped. Johnson outside from beyond the arc, and Utah another 3.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Oh, that's blocked. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. And it's a 10-point Utah lead. New Orleans gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside Mullen. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot game of Mullen, excellent. Tremendous confidence in that shot, as well he should have, because he's lethal.
Johnson kicks to Havlicek. From 15 feet away, the shot comes out. Mullen with the defensive effort. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Chambers the pass to Mullen. And the shot is good.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. Reminds me of my days doing work down there. When you have this kind of positioning, scoring is simple.
Falls for Mullen.
Chris Mullen, such a good scorer. His form is impeccable, and it looks even sweeter because he's a lefty. He's somebody you have to game plan for.
Johnson dishes to Havlicek. DeBusschere kicks to Johnson. McGrady outside. 5 on the clock. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And New Orleans will come the other way. Pass to Stackhouse. Moves back up. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Johnson kicks to McGrady. It's money from deep.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 5. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Mullen against Havlicek. Left side, Mullen. Kicks to Reed. West against Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. West can't hit, and now we've got the intentional foul. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And, you know, for a guy who sat on the bench his senior year of high school and was barely noticed by college recruiters, boy, DJ's proved a lot of people wrong. No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 7. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
And so here is New Orleans. And again, New Orleans has no up. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Utah with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.